hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday. We're having a huge, massive snowstorm here in Utah. So yeah, I thought what better day than today to do a video. And so, okay, so I kind of like went back and forth on, my gosh, my hair looks crazy, on whether I was going to do this video or not, because it's the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson conspiracy palette. It has been used, so it's not like brand new. It's barely been used though, so you can see all the colors, but I have been able to play with it. I also got the mini controversy palette. I just can't find it, so I was not gonna dig through all my palettes and knock a bunch of stuff over trying to find it. So, but I did definitely want to do one on this. The only reason I hesitated was because of all the drama that has surrounded both of them in the past. Although I really feel like Jeffree Star has kind of redeemed himself in that aspect. And I like I've said with Jaclyn Hill, I feel like everyone deserves a second chance. I don't feel like you are defined by your mistakes, because if that were the case, I would be crucified. You know, I've made some mistakes in my past and that have hurt other people, and they've forgiven me. So, you know, I feel like everyone deserves to be forgiven and given a second chance. I mean, as long as nobody's dead, you know, then there's always a way to redeem yourself. So I just said, whatever. I've had this for a while. I've had this since it launched. I ordered it from Morphe. I think it probably came about a week after. I didn't have a really hard time ordering it, I think, because at that moment, because I got on there right as the launch happened, and I first got on Jeffree Star's channel or website, and I couldn't. It was just crashing, and so I got on to the Morphe website really quick, and there was just a wait. And then it just kept saying, like, don't refresh or leave because you'll lose your place in line. So I did that. I stayed, and it took me probably about 15-20 minutes, but I did get it. I had my daughter trying to order it on her phone too, because I was like, I don't want to miss out, because I have his red one, which I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember if it was like Red Blood or something like that. But I have that one, and I've never used it. And I think I got it more out of the fact that I just wanted something of Jeffree Star's, and I didn't have anything, and none of the other palettes that I saw were something that I would actually use. Like his Blue Blood palette was, I don't ever wear blue eyeshadows, so I don't know how I would incorporate that into my everyday eyes in any way, unless it was like pops of color. And I can't imagine paying like that much money for a whole palette of blues that I'm just going to use a dot of, you know what I mean? So what got me to purchase this one is that it is more colors that I would use, like this whole bottom row, a couple of the colors in the second row, and pretty much all of the top row I would use, except for maybe that one. But I would probably use this in the summer as kind of like either a under eye color, or, you know, inner corner pop of color. This one I would definitely use for Christmas. It's just a really pretty green, and I know there's been like a bazillion, that's the green. Isn't that gorgeous? I need better lighting. I know I'm working on it. I need like some kind of, because I have, the only lighting I have is above me, and then a window next to me, and so I need some light boxes or something in front of me because it's kind of dark. But anyways, this is the green one, which is called Illuminati. The colors in this palette that I would say I don't really find too interesting that I know I won't use is one is Trisha, Flaming Hot. I might use Trisha as like an inner corner pop of color. That's the only way that would ever get used. I really wish they would have named it someone. Oh, I do not. I don't know Trisha, obviously. I just don't care for her character on YouTube, whether it's a friend or, you know, it's a show that she puts on. I don't like it. I have issues with people that use, there's the yellow, which is called food videos, that just use a lot of different things just plainly for attention. Her color is really pretty though. I mean, yeah, I just feel like she's a huge attention seeker and I don't like that. And some of the things that she's used for attention are ridiculous. Like the transgender thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? But anyway, I love this palette. I think it is very wearable compared to anything else he's come out with. He usually comes out with really, like crazy colors. The packaging is, I love his packaging. Some people say it's really bulky. It is bulky, but I think that's Jeffree, like extra. He's extra, and so it's, of course, his makeup is going to be. I do find that there is a lot of kick up in his palettes, especially mainly with the mattes, but not that I don't find that it's a big problem when you're using it on the eyes. I just don't like it in general. Like I hear a lot of people like, oh, I don't care if there's a lot of kick up or whatever in whatever palette in general, like not just his, but any palette. But to me, it is something that bothers me. Oh, that one is so pretty. This one is Diet Root Beer. I saw him swatch Sleep Paralysis, and I don't feel like it looks exactly like the swatch he showed. But whatever, it's still a really, really beautiful color. He must have used it wet. But anyways, I don't know why people say that that doesn't bother them, because maybe it doesn't bother YouTubers that get tons of PR because they're getting constantly lots of makeup. And so they don't really care if it's getting wasted, maybe. I don't know. But for me, the consumer that doesn't receive any free makeup, that buys all of my stuff, when I have products that are giving a bunch of kick up and dust, it bugs me because it's a waste of makeup and I paid for that dust. I want it to stay where it belongs, which is in the eyeshadow little square, unless I'm going to use it in on my eyes. And I think it's funny how people say that they don't care, but with the palette, the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, what was it called? I have it. At the green one or whatever. It was like a huge issue. Like people were like losing their minds over it and calling each other names and getting called out on it, and it was crazy. But for some reason other brands get a pass on that kind of dustiness, which is crazy because you should hold everyone to the same standard, right? Like, so I mean, this isn't quite as dusty as the Anastasia palette. I keep getting like, it's like on the tip of my freaking tongue, but I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I don't like, is that there is a lot of dustiness that comes from this palette. I want to touch this white one, Ranch. Oh, Ranch is good. Oh my gosh, that one I hadn't played with yet. I do have a lot of makeup for a consumer. I have a wonderful, wonderful, oh, it's like it can almost be used as a highlighter. I know it looks just probably chalk white to you guys on there, but it's got a sheen to it. It's really pretty. But I have a wonderful partner that allows me to buy a lot of makeup. And so I have a lot. So I have a lot to compare this to. And it is a really good palette. I think they did an awesome job. The color layout is kind of odd. But, I mean, it's fine. Like, I could look at this and I could think of some eye looks that I'd want to create, you know, like if I wanted to go neutrals, here's all of what I would use as the top row. And then, you know, the orange is really pretty. Like this, it's not even like an orange. It's kind of like a peach when on my skin tone anyways. Not a fact. Ooh, I like this. I think this is pretty. I'm gonna have to use this. Look how pretty that is. Really, really pretty. So what do I think about this palette? I think that it is definitely worth every penny. I think that they did a really good job. This, out of all of the palettes that Jeffree Star Cosmetics has come out with, is the most wearable, in my opinion, for the everyday consumer that's going to go to work or is going to go drop their kids off at school. You'd be able to create looks with this that aren't going to have the PTA moms going, what in the hell is on her face? Not that you should care what anybody thinks, but we do. Although I will say, after trying this one and seeing this one, the Blue Bud palette like is kind of caught my interest just a tad. I'm not gonna order it. I will not. But oh my gosh, watch, you're gonna see me with it. Just because I said that to myself. Because nobody tells me what to do, not even me. There is a lot of great payoff to the colors. They apply beautifully. This is definitely not the same quality as the palette he came out with Morphe, which I really wish he wouldn't have even done that, because it was almost like, I get why he did and I heard his reasoning behind it, but to me, that was like a downgrade. And I know he's got a really great relationship with Morphe. I'm not an anti-Morphe person. Like, I think that they have changed the beauty industry a lot. As far as like being able to come out with palettes that are really inexpensive for people that can't afford to buy a $120 palette, but still want a lot of colors, and try to recreate looks that their favorite influencer is making, you know, is creating on their channel. And I've purchased palettes from Morphe, like it's a gem palette, the James Charles palette, the Jaclyn Hill palette. Like I have those three. I don't really have any other ones. But I get why he did it. He said he wanted more people to be able to try his stuff, but that isn't his stuff. That is Morphe's stuff. And that's Morphe's formulation, I feel like, because we have that palette. My daughter and I gave it to my daughter because I didn't like it. It just was too chalky and dusty. I bought, I don't know why on earth he would come out with brushes with Morphe. I think they're awful. I have the first set he came out with, and I was like, are you kidding me? They were so scratchy. And I really, because of the quality of eyeshadows and stuff that he comes out with his brand, I really expected him to like make Morphe design a specific kind of nice brush just for him, and not just have them be Morphe brushes. Because I do have some Morphe brushes that are nice, but for the most part, their eyeshadow brushes to me are too scratchy. I can't use them. They like poke my eye, and I don't like feeling like that. As I said in another video, I want my makeup application process time to be enjoyable, not painful. So, all right, bottom line, do I think this is worth it? Yes, I do. I think that the palette is perfect. I didn't have any hairs in mine. It's stunning. It came in perfect condition, and it's gorgeous. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys all soon. Bye.